www.honoru.com, Honor You Memorial Products. And this video I want to discuss briefly and show you how you can design and order prayer cards using the online prayer card designer. All right, so we have this wonderful feature on here where actually you see it just scrolled up. We have an online prayer card designer. To get into it, you can click here for design and order now. Alternatively, you can come to the top menu where it says order today and come down to design and order prayer cards. All right, so very briefly, it says we do offer same-day shipping if you design and place your order before 4:00 p.m. Monday through Friday. That's Eastern Standard Time, and you can choose your shipping speed, whether you want them the next day or in 2 days, whatever speed you like to have them delivered to you. You can choose that at the time of checkout. You can use any one of these templates. I'll scroll down a little bit. We have flag, fishing, we have several roses, several sunsets, and several waterfalls, and we have another page as well too, I think has another waterfall on there. But you can choose any one of those, and you would be designing with this as the base. So this would be, let's say if you chose this rose one, you would have this rose on the front, and then you put on the back whether you want to have a photo of the person, love, memory of, the name and dates, and usually a poem. You also can add a photo to this rose side as well too. It's just with these templates you would basically be starting with this as your base template. Alternatively, if you don't want to do any design work yourself, you can allow our professional designers to design for you. By choosing this option here where it says professionally custom designed prayer cards, we can help you. So with this one, you would basically provide us the photo and the text, the name, dates, and the poem that you want. And you can tell us what you want the card to look like. If you want to have clouds, or if you want to have lilies or what have you, you tell us your idea and we would custom design it for you. Now before we print, we would definitely send you back a proof and get approval for before we can print. So if you don't respond back with the proof, then it won't go out that same day. It would have to go out the next day. And you want to get this in a little earlier, definitely earlier than the 4:00 p.m. just because we have several orders that we have to design. So you want to get in as early as possible for us to be able to put the design together. If you want to go ahead and do your own design, you can come here to where it says custom design, and we share with you the size. These cards that we do here are 2.5 inches, roughly 2.5 inches by 4 inches. So if you have someone outside designing it for you, or if you are familiar with other platforms, you could design the image and then bring it into here and custom design your card right in this window right here. Okay, so it's bringing up the product designer portion, and let's see, when it brings up the product designer portion, you actually see where you can add the text or a picture here. You can click on here. Let's see how it's going to come up, and this is going to be where we can actually replace the text. So we say this is sample text. Okay, and with that I can move this around if I want to. I can delete it by pressing this little garbage can. I actually can make it bigger or smaller by using that little arrows right there. Also, if I click this back portion right here, I can change the font type. Let's see if I scroll down. There's several font types on here, but let's say we want I don't know what this is, but I'll just pick it. All right, so that's the font type. I'll take that one. And then over here you can actually change the color. If you pick the color, let's say we wanted it to be red. Okay. And other things you can crop, you can make it bold if you wanted to, and that's it. So let's click off. All right, once again, like I said, if we wanted to move this, we can easily move this around. All right, so now if we wanted to add more text, we can click up here to add more text. Otherwise, we can add an image. So this is what oftentimes people want to do, especially with these cards. Let's see, let's go to add image, and a little window pops up. You can click on here to search through your images that you have on your desktop right there, or you can just drag a picture in, which is what I'm going to end up doing here. Just drag a picture into this, And okay, it's a picture of my mom and dad. All right, so I brought that in. I can close it. So same concept. I can actually move this around. Now just keep in mind, the card goes to the edge there. You see the card ends there. We have this red line to show you where's print safe. So if you have some text or something, like let's see, move this text up here, and it's above that line, it might get cut off during the time of production. So you want to keep your text really inside of those lines. For pictures, it's not that bad. You can actually, you want to go to the edge as much as possible, so it can you can get the picture as big as possible. You can see right around here where it may get cut off, it may not, so you just are not safe. But for us, that doesn't matter that much because we still have the picture of that we want right there. But we can still move the images around, and as we scroll down, you can bring it down, you can make it bigger. Let me make this bigger, as I'm gonna do. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna do this so the picture's down there, and instead of saying this is sample text, I'm gonna do this mom and, oh, I didn't spell that right. Let's do mom and dad. Okay, good. All right, so I'm gonna say mom and dad. Now this is the front of our card. You see this says front. Over here you can click on the back and you see the back. Also you can do these arrows which goes forward and back as well too. So let's just click on back, and here we set it up already, so you can kind of just replace the information that's there. And if I go into here, I'm going to change the name. We'll say Patrick Stewart, even though it's a picture of both of my parents on there. I'm just saying Patrick Stewart. Same concept what we said before. We click off. We can move it around to make it centered. Then you can put the date of death. You can copy and paste a poem or scripture in there. And let's say we want to go back to the front side. We can see this again. Say, okay, we wanted to make this bigger. Now that we getting it just right. And the back, maybe we want to have his name bigger as well too. Still keep it centered. Okay. All right. So this is basically our card here. All right. In love memory of Patrick Stewart. I didn't put all the information because it's just showing you how it can be done. Over here it gives you the range of pricing for this custom card. It can be from 75 cents, and what makes a difference is the type of card. So let's go here. The different options we have plain cardstock, which is paper, and that's the least expensive. Then we have a non-tear synthetic, which is waterproof. So plain cardstock is your 75 cents. Non-tear, it's $1.15, and laminated, which is the clear laminate going around the full length of the card, the full card, and that's $1.65 a card. And then you just choose your quantity. We start at 50. However, recently we've made it so that if people only want 25, we've lowered our minimum, you'll see here, to 25. So you can actually bring it down to 25. If you go below 25, you will not be able to add it to cart. Okay. So it's really as simple as that to design your prayer card, the front and back. And let me actually say this about too. If I wanted to add another picture on here, even on the back, I can add another image as well. Let's see, add another image. So let's say if I was to grab another picture, let's see if I have one somewhere I can put in. So I'm just dragging another picture over here. All right. So now what happened was I put a big picture in, so I can move it. I'm going to make it smaller. So let's say instead of putting poem, I can actually, I would normally erase that poem that was underneath it, but this is really covering it up anyway. So let's say I want to do something like this. All right. So now you can see the front, which has my mom and dad. Back has a very old picture from years ago, and this could be our card. You can add as many pictures as you want to onto the prayer card, and then go ahead, add to cart, and then it'll kind of follow you through the remainder of getting billing information, shipping information, and then finalizing your orders. Now once again, if you complete this portion before 4:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, then these cards will more likely go out that same day. Okay, and if you have any questions, you can certainly use the contact form. You can contact us and email us and ask us questions in reference to it. But hopefully this video shows you how you can easily create your own memorial card.